Disclaimer: doll customization is a hobby for adults only. This is due to the materials used, such as sharp blades and toxic aerosols. This causes irreversible changes to personal property. Under no circumstances should anything in this video be recreated by a child. If you're looking for child-friendly content, please go to YouTube Kids. Hello internet adventurers, and welcome to Renile Dolls. I'm Renile, and today I took on the very special honour of hosting a collaboration with some of my amazing friends from Instagram. We're going to be making some of the rivals from the game Yandere Simulator. Personally, I love Yandere Simulator. Even though it isn't out yet, I follow it obsessively, and I have a cosplay of today's doll, which you can tell from the title is going to be Kizana Sunobu. First, I'm going to remove her factory paint using some acrylic nail remover. This is my first time using a Dracula doll, and I can see why people really like her face mould. It's quite sweet and cute. Then we obviously remove her hair with some nice big scissors, dunk her in some boiling water, and then we pull off her head and scrape out all that gunk from the inside. Now I spray her face with Humboldt acrylic matte varnish to begin the face up. I've decided to do quite a lot of pink blushing to simulate that look of seeing your senpai. So I just go hell for leather with all the pink I can get onto her face. Do it across her cheeks, nose, a little bit on the eyelids, and later on some just on the forehead area. Next, I take these colours and start drawing out her eyes. I think I did an actually pretty good job with her eyes. I do struggle keeping them symmetrical, and I decided to make these green, even though you can't really see her eye colour in the official artwork. I decided to make them a nice bright green. Now let's put in those eye shines with some acrylic white paint. And I also, I think, brightened up the scaleras as well. Yep, there I go. I actually think I did a pretty good job with her face, if I do say so myself. Now we move on to the clothes. This is one of my favourite things to do. I made a sort of tiny pleated skirt, which was very hard to do, so many pins, and I made it out of one continual sort of straight piece of fabric, and I just hand stitched along it, along the top, down the sides, and along the bottom, and then I attached some snap fastenings to the back to attach it to her body. Then this is the sort of pinned together pattern I made for the top. I did the back as one big piece. I attached little blue strips to the cuffs and then attached the red strip for her club leader band to the actual top instead of trying to just make a band and put it on. You can see it's Quite hard to show you with all the pins stuck in it, but it should look a little something not like this hot mess. Then I made a little sort of, the little cape reverse bib thing. I don't know what it's called, don't at me, but I think it's cute. Then I made some little socks, which I did make a little too short, out of some purple stretch fabric. If you follow me on Instagram, you might recognise this fabric. 10 points to whoever knows where it's from. Then I got these little rose details that I'll just stitch onto the socks. They're all sparkly and pretty. Then, of course, her choker, which I made out of just a piece of elastic, and then I stitched on a little rose. Now it's time to style that hair. I start with some purple yarn that I brush out. Then I make them into wefts and glue them on to her head in an attempt to make 2 ponytails. This is them freshly glued on before I styled it or anything. Then to style it, I heated up a metal knitting needle with some hair straighteners, or a flat iron as some people may say. I wrapped it around, heated it up to try and get those curls. To be honest, this took forever and I did have to do several passes to get it to look how it does on the final doll. Then I just hot glue some roses onto the ribbons in her hair. You see, I did go through and do some more curling. And here she is, all complete. And I think she looks absolutely gorgeous. She has that regal quality I was looking for, she has that confidence, and I just think she's really pretty. If you want to see some exclusive pics of me in my Kizana cosplay with the doll, then make sure to follow me on my Instagram at @RonileDolls and give this video a nice big like, give it a comment, subscribe if you want to, and remember to have a lovely day.